What's up, fellas? We have another week of Champs Picks. First matchup, we have Gondor versus the Big Lebowski. After looking at this a little bit, I'm going to have to first say congrats, Winkler, for switching it up again to Phillip Rivers. I don't know if Andrew's going to really be that lucky this week. Cool thing is, though, every time Phillip Rivers scores a touchdown, the Falcons D is going to lose some points. Might be a big trouble for Yost there. After looking a little bit more at it, I think Calvin Johnson is definitely going to have his breakout week. I think he's ready to rock and roll, and you know, he's been having good weeks, but he hasn't had a great week yet. I'd like to see him really wreck house. On Yost's side, I mean, Ryan Matthews still not so sure on that one. You know, he's been out for a few weeks. What was getting hurt? What was it? The first touch, first handoff, first preseason game. He's been a little out of practice, I think. So we'll see. But the fact that Jonathan Stewart shit the bed doesn't help you out much either, Yost. So I'm going to give this one to Winkler, and yeah. Next, we got Moist Makers versus Batches. After looking at this one a little bit, I'm saying that I think Greg Jennings, Sam, is going to have himself a good game. I'm thinking he hasn't really had too much time to really, like, you know, practice up, but I really could see him doing some work. Darm, I'm looking at the Bills D. I think that's going to be one of your money makers here. I know that might not sound like a big money maker, but looking at an amateur, you know, quarterback in Cleveland, I think that the Bills are going to score some points. But all in all, I mean, your wide receiving core, buddy, looking a little weak, Darm. When you have Nick Burleson, and I always get a little shaky. But I mean, then you look at Frank Gore. Man, he's been really doing some work the past few weeks. So looking in here, I'm going to have to say I'm going to give it to Sam, but don't count Darm out. So I'm not going to say it's some big landslide or anything like that. Next is Fully Torqued, myself, versus Headless Norseman, Bozzer. I win. End of story. Take the apostrophe out of your name there, Boz, and be prepared to lose. Not going to give you the pleasure of any analysis. Fuck you. Next, we got Pasquale versus the Chopsters. After looking at this one, I'm going to have to say that previously I would have said Chops got this one, but after a real bad Thursday for Cam Newton and D'Angelo Williams, I'd have to say that it's looking a little bit closer this time. First of all, I'm a little bit confused by some of your pickups here, Chop, because I mean, I'm looking at Ravens D. I mean, I know they're really good, but against New England, I just feel shaky about doing that, man. Furthermore, Adrian Peterson against San Francisco, I don't know. Maybe, but there's some risky picks there, buddy. Josie, I'd have to say, the money that's going to happen for you this weekend is going to be just two words: Ray Rice. He's just going to be plowing through that New England D because he is pissed about losing. And I think that the Ravens are ready to have a little bit of revenge on the Patriots. Furthermore, I have to say, good job with Jonathan Dwyer, man. Looking at him, I mean, I think it's going to be a rough and tough game with Oakland, and I think this is where Dwyer's going to put up more yards than normal. Other than that, you know, I think the normal guys are going to do normal things here on this, and I'm going to have to say that after all is said and done, I'm going to give this one to Josie by a slim margin. So, there you go. Next, we have Black of My Ass versus Anal Secretions. That doesn't sound weird at all. You guys didn't plan that, did you? Anyway, I'm just going to say it outright. I'm terrified of your team, Ronnie. I haven't been this scared since I watched a bunch of ghost videos on YouTube with Winkler last night. Yeah, pretty scared. I mean, you look at CJ Spiller, look at Reggie Bush. Tough little duo you got going on there. They're only like some of the highest scoring players last week, you know. All in all, I mean, when I look at your team and I think that your quarterback is probably like your weakest link, that's when I get scared. Okay, maybe Mike Wallace might be. I think the only reason why I say that is because I don't think this is a huge passing game, but you never know. Adam, pulling for you, buddy. I like watching underdogs win, but I always don't think the powers of Tony Romo and Chris Johnson are going to hold him off. I'm shitting myself literally as I speak, looking at your team. Just thought I'd let you know that, Ronnie. So I'm going to say Ron's going to win. And finally, we have Bobsleds versus Beard. Matt versus Tyler. Well, looking at it, I mean, I'm just going to say, going with the Beard. Can't help it. I have too much faith in Matt's team, and, you know, I'm looking at Gronkowski, man. I'm looking at Robert Griffin. I just from you, I'm going to say you. And I know you're projecting Tyler, man. You're already 0-2. You're gonna need to pull something out. You're gonna need to do something. You need to start going. You need to start rolling. First pick, man. You need to go. You need to whatever. But I'm gonna go with Beard. Yeah. I don't feel like saying any more about it. Well, as always, have a great weekend, guys. May the fantasy gods be with you, and yeah. Man, I'm still scared of Ronnie's team. Ron, remember the ending of Berserk? Your team's like that.